Hi guys, I'm back with my fifth video on the Fitbit Charge 2. Now in this video I'll be doing three tests. The first one is the altimeter test. The Fitbit Charge 2 has an extra sensor which can sense how high you have gone. So with that sensor it counts the floors, so how many floors you have climbed. The second test would be for the gym. Basically I'll be using the band in the gym and see the what data can I get from the band and how useful it is for me. So I'll be wearing it. There's a weight option on the band, so I'll put on the weight option and then I'll lift weights and see how the data helps me in counting how many reps did I do, or what was my calorie count used, or what was my resting heart rate and my high heart rate, my average heart rate, everything I can see from that. So that will be my second test. The third test would be the sleep tracker. Now this is very common with most of the bands now. All of them can track, most of them can track sleep. So I want to see how good the sleep tracker is. So let's do the first test. So right now it says 2 floors. Okay, we'll go back. So it shows 2 floors, 1582 steps, 1.11 kilometers. Now I'm going to ride the bike for around 11 kilometers, and let's see if the floor changes. Now we've already done the bike test and we've seen that it does change the steps and the calorie count. You can see the other video for that, but this test is just for the altimeter. Hi guys, so I've reached my destination. Now let's see what does the band show. So I've synchronized the band. Now it says 16 floors. So I've traveled 11 kilometers and it shows 16 floors. So I don't know why does it do that, but let's see. What I can try doing is I can start an exercise. Okay, I can start an exercise over here. Seriously, exercise, and I'm going to make it. Okay, I'll keep it as run and I'm gonna start it. So the exercise has started. Now let's see if it differentiates this. I'll be back when I reach the destination. Hi guys, I've reached our destination, and as you can see it shows 29 floors where I haven't even climbed one floor. So this is a problem. Now let's find out why does it do that. Okay, so the bike test is done. So we saw that the altimeter actually calculates your bike riding also and shows it as climbing floors. So I've kind of figured it out why it does that. When I'm at that 11 kilometers that I went, I crossed 2 bridges. So when you climb up the bridge, it is counting it as climbing up a floor. So the more higher I went, the more floors kept adding up. So that is one disadvantage. Like if you travel and if there are bridges, or if you're going through mountains and valleys, you will keep climbing floors according to the Fitbit Charge 2. The second problem that I saw was, even if I start a run on it, it still calculates your floors on that. Even if you are on a even if you have switched on a run, I have started an exercise on that where I'm running. So 11 kilometers I ran according to Fitbit, but even in that it counted floors, so which should not be the case, but it did that. So no matter what exercise mode you choose, if you go up in elevation, it will count it as floors. So now the altimeter test is done, so let's go ahead and do the gym test. So in the gym test I'll be wearing the band, starting workout. I'll choose the weight option and then see what data does it give us. So let's go to the gym now. Hi guys, so I'm going to test the Fitbit Charge 2 for in the gym. So basically I wanted to see what options do I get with lifting weights. So I can change the options here. You have all these options. Now I'm going to change it to weights. Now I'm going to start it. Now let's see what does it show. So it's 30 reps. Okay, so it shows 4 calories burned. Let me switch it off. Done. Okay guys, so I'm going to lift weights again, and let's see what data do we get from this. Okay, so I'm gonna change it to weights and start it. So now this is what you see. Now I'll stop it. Done. So that's the data. Let's see what we can do with this. Okay, so that's done. So basically the band does not count reps. It will only count your calories burnt and the heart rate. It will just measure your heart rate. That's all that the band will do. There is an interval option. So I started the interval option, but the interval option is for mainly for cardio. If you're running, you can run for a certain time, and then it will give you an option to take a break, and then after the break is over, it will vibrate, and then you start running again. So it doesn't really fit in with weights. So if I want to use it in the gym, the only use for me with the Fitbit band is the heart rate monitor. How am I going to use the heart rate monitor data? As in, how useful is it for me? Not very much. I mean, I can see the heart rate, but what will I do with it? It's not going to make me lose weight. Even if the heart rate is high, how do I know how high is bad? Like, if it goes to a certain extent, then I should call up someone and tell them to come and help me. I don't know. What do I do with that data? So, how useful is the heart rate monitor? I don't know. Not for me. For you, if you can make some sense out of it, if it is really useful for you, good for you. But for me, I really don't find any use for it. Now, all said and done, if you have a heart rate monitor, it does help you in getting more accurate data. I'm not saying accurate data, I'm saying more accurate data. None of the fitness bands are accurate. So this will give you a little more accurate data than the regular ones. So let's do the sleep tracker test first. Now let's see the data for the sleep tracker. Okay, so the sleep data is pretty accurate, not that bad. One thing I really like about it is if I'm not wearing my band, it does not calculate it as sleeping. My major problem with most of the bands are that if I remove my band and keep it, it like if I have set the time like from 12 o'clock to 8 o'clock is my sleep time, and in that time if the band has been removed from my hand and kept, it will calculate the entire time as me sleeping in deep sleep, which is not true. I'm not sleeping at all. I may be awake, I may be partying, I may be doing something else. The band is at home, but it shows me as sleeping for that long. So that is not a good option in other bands. But with the Fitbit band, one thing I noticed is if you remove it and you keep it, uh, after some time the green light, the heart rate monitor stops. The green light stops. It does not try to track you, and the band knows that you're not wearing it. So when it knows that you're not wearing it, it's not trying to do a sleep tracking. So the heart rate monitor comes in handy there. So the heart rate monitor sees that it's not being worn, no heart rate detected. That means you're not wearing it. So do not calculate this time as sleep. So that's a really good option. Thumbs up for that. Uh, but my problem would be that it's too big for me, especially for me because I have a bone over here which bulges out, and the band really irritates me over there. For people who don't have a protruding bone over here, for them it will be fine, but for me it's not very comfortable. And the metal clasp hurts you sometimes. So sometimes hurts you as in it does not scratch you. I've never gotten scratched with it, but it is irritating. It just when you're sleeping, you really don't want that to be there. The smaller the size is better. You will not really feel it. All the tests are done, so you know all the results. I will be doing my final video, which will have the entire good and bad, which I haven't really told you. I haven't gone through everything. There are a lot of other things that I have tested it with. So I'll be giving you all the data. I have to collect all the data and make another video now. I'll not be putting all these videos again, so it will not be this long, but it will have all the goods, bads, and uh, good and bad. Something which is good as a feature may not be good for you, may be good for me. So all that will be there in that video. So wait for that video. I'll be bringing that also shortly. Do comment, let me know what other devices do you want me to review, or if you want any advice on it, I will give you the advice. I will put it in the comment. If you like the video, please subscribe, please hit the like button, and I'll be back with more videos. Bye bye.